Hello everyone, welcome to Geeks for Geeks. My name is Saurabh Bansal. Today we are going to solve the problem of the day, that is row with maximum ones. Okay, so let's understand the question, then we will find the approach of that question and then we will see the code. Okay, let's go to our computer screens and start the question. Okay, so firstly let's understand the question. So question name is row with maximum ones. So given a boolean 2D array consisting of only zeros and ones. So they have given you an array and in that array there are only ones and zeros where each row is sorted. Okay, this is very important because every row is sorted. Okay, find the zero base index of the first row that has maximum number of ones. Okay, return the zero base indexing of the first row that has most number of ones. In if no such row exists, then return -1. Okay, so they have given you a question that a matrix is given to you. Basically, a 2D matrix is given to you, 2D array is given to you. In that array, only 0 and 1s are present. You have to return which row has maximum number of 1. Okay, if there is no such row, meaning if there is an array, it has only 0, 0. Okay, then there is a no row which has a 1. So you have to return -1 in that case. Okay, so I think this is very much clear. So now let's understand more about this question. Okay, so now this row, okay, so this row is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. This is 0, 1, 2, 3 rows. Okay, now this row has, if we talk about number of ones is 3. Okay, this row has number of threes as number of 1 as 2, number of 1 as 4, and this row has number of ones is 0. Okay, now what is going to be the answer? So the answer is going to be 2 because it has more number of, this is indexes and these are number of ones over present over here. So the index with the row maximum number of 1 is 2. So this is going to be the answer. Okay, so I think the approach is very much clear. So now what happens if we have if two rows have same number of 0 1 1 0 1 1 and 0 0 0. Now these row, this row is having 2 1, this row is also having 2 1, this has 0 1s. So what is going to be the answer? So answer is going to be 0 because we have to return the first row which has maximum number of ones. Okay, so we have to return 0 in this case. Okay, now let's find the approach of this question. So we have this similar array over here. Now let's find the approach. So what is going to be the approach, the brute force approach for this question? Brute force approach. Brute force approach of this question. So let's understand. So what is going to be the brute force approach? So for this brute force approach, what you can do, you have to travel in the whole array. You will travel in whole the array row wise. Okay, then you will count how much ones are there. So you firstly you will count the 3, then we have 2, then we have 4, then we have 0 number of ones, and whichever the row has maximum number of ones, you will return that. Okay, for that you will write a code similarly like this: for int row, it will go from 0 to like if this name is array, so that is going to be array dot length -1. Okay, array dot length -1. So this would go something like this, and then there is a nested array in which you will return the second loop like this: for int c, it will start from 0 and you will go for array of 0 dot length. Okay, for column length we have this -1, and then you will write two loops over here. And what you will calculate, you will take two number of things, int ones. So firstly this will take the, and int index. So index is going to be the answer as -1 because if there is no rows, then we have to answer is -1. That's why I have taken. So now you will compare, you will count the ones. Okay, you will take current count, maybe something like this, int current count variable, and that count variable will be 0, and you will count for everyone, you will count the 1 in that row. And now then you will compare that how many number of ones you have. Okay, then you will update this index, and after that you will return this index. Okay, after that you will return this index. So this is how you can write the code. But what is going to be the time complexity? Time complexity is going to be for n rows, there are, you have to search for m elements. So the time complexity is going to be n into m, where n is the number of rows and m is going to be the number of columns. Okay, so this is going to be the time complexity, but it might be unacceptable. Okay, it might be unacceptable by the user, by the compiler, and also by the interviewer as well. So what is going to be the approach, but what is going to be the optimized approach? If you see the question statement, if you see the question statement one more time, then you can see over here where each row is sorted. Okay, so you have to use this sorted word. Okay, they have given to us that the array is sorted, each row is sorted. Okay, if each row is sorted, if each row is sorted, then that means what that means, if each row is sorted, then we can apply binary search to this. Okay, now how binary search is applied? The basic binary search applied is left and right. Okay, basically we can take as well start as well. Okay, let's rub this. Okay, so firstly what we will do, we will put a start pointer over here, and so this loop, this row loop cannot be like skipped. Okay, but this loop, this part, this part can be skipped. Okay, this part cannot be skipped because we have to apply the binary search in every row, so this cannot be skipped. Okay, but this can be skipped. Okay, this can be skipped. We can apply the binary search in this loop. Okay, rejecting this loop, we can apply the binary search in this loop. So how to apply the binary search? So we have to compute that which is the starting point of one, because the array is sorted. If we find the starting point of one, then it is going to be the all ones, and then we can find the number of ones over here. So like see, if we have found out that on the one index that we have the starting of one, so now what is going to be the length of this column? Okay, so this row 1 2 3 4, 4 minus 1, that is going to be 3. So now we have 3 ones over here. Similarly for this part 0 1 2 3. Okay, if we have find out that on the second array, on the second index, we have got a 1, and this is the starting point of 1. So 4 minus 2, that is going to be 2. So if we have just found that from what index the array, the ones are starting, then we can get the exact number of ones over here. Okay, so this is going to be the approach that we are going to find the number of ones that starting index of 1. Okay, so for this part what you can do is we can apply binary search start end. So this is going to be index 0 1 2 3. So 0 plus 3 divided by 2, that is going to be 1. So this is going to be the mid. So in that case we have got the mid, so this is going to be the answer. So we will see to how to apply the basically the basic binary search for this part. Okay, let's understand in this example as well. So let me remove this. Okay, so let's also understand in this example 0 1 2 3. Okay, this is going to be the start, this is going to be end, start and end. Okay, so what is going to be the mid? 0 plus 3 divided by 2, that is going to be mid. If it is a 0, then we will increase the start pointer to mid plus 1. Okay, so now this is start pointer, now 2 plus 3, that is 5, and the mid is going to be this. So if it is a mid is 1, then we will store this answer, then we will store, because this can be a potential answer. Okay, we will store this answer and we will make our end to mid minus 1, put our end to mid minus 1. If start is greater than end, then the loop would be stopped, and we have got the exact position of where the mid is starting. Okay, where the ones are starting. So this is kind of approach we are going to implement. Okay, let's see the code. Okay, basically I have written the code. So firstly what we have done over here is, so firstly we have taken int maximum count. So we have taken two variables, int maximum count and int row index. So why I have taken -1 over here? Because they have given if no such array, no such row is present, then you have to return -1. That's why I have taken -1 over here. Now this is going to be the basically the row loop. Basically we have to go for every loop. So that's why I've taken this. Also I make a function that will count one, that will count the ones in a row. Okay, count ones. This is a function count ones. Okay, that will say tell me the count of this once. So we will see in a while the count once function. So let's understand this part of the code. Count. Now count, if count is greater than maximum count. If count is greater than maximum count, then we have to take maximum count as count or row index as row. We are updating the row as well as the maximum count over here. And then after this, we will return the row index. Okay, I hope this is very much clear, because this is a simple loop. Nothing that this is simple loop that we are comparing whole the number of ones. Okay, this is a basic loop. Let's now understand the binary search logic as well. Okay, basically in this part I have taken this as private function because we are just using this function over here. Okay, now what you can do, it is returning one from here. The function name is count one, and we are providing the whole row over here. Okay, firstly we have to start from 0, the start pointer is at 0, and end it at row dot length -1, and the current answer is going to be row dot length. Okay, the current answer is going to be row dot length. Why I have taken row dot length? Because the number of ones it will return as row dot length minus current answer. If it has no zeros, then what is going to be? It will return 0. Row dot length minus row dot, it will send 0. Now, while start is less than equals to end, we are taking this as, we are understanding this binary search loop. While start is less than equal, firstly we are finding the mid. Then if the mid equals to 1, if at the position of mid it is a 1, then we are putting this end on the mid minus 1 and current answer as mid, because this can be our potential answer. Okay, else if it is a 0, if it is a 0, then we are putting as mid plus 1 over here. Okay, I think this is very much clear to everyone that how we are doing this. Let's try to run this. So after running this code is running fine. Let's try to submit it. Okay, after submitting, you can see over here that it is submitted successfully. Thank you everyone. I hope you understand this question.